Chapter 3. Up and down the football field, the black and white streak rushed. Any attempt by the players of Gotham University to escape was swiftly cut off by a sucker punch from the blurring assailant. "You meatheads are as dumb as everyone's always said." The streak's voice was electrically distorted to mask his identity. "It's no wonder everyone says Kefir is raising your science grade so you stay on the team." When he paused long enough to be distinguishable, his suit resembled a second skin of black armor, with white streaks down its arms and center, and what looked to be a racing helmet obscuring his face. "Please, what the hell do you want?" one of the linemen shouted. "What do we have to do with you, freak?" "Freak? This isn't the first time you've called me that, O'Doyle," he said. "You know, I can run fast, but I'm gonna pay you back very, very slowly." The speedster took a step forward to lunge at the lineman, but was cut off by an eruption of a green, sticky substance on his foot. He paused, jerked it about a few times, and tried to get it free before he was punched by a blur of black fast enough to free his leg. As he hit the ground, the football players stood, stunned, as his opponent stepped forward. Stephanie stood beside Cassandra, garbed in a uniform of black with lines of purple running down the side, and her blonde hair flowing out the back of her cowl. Though Angel's katana was still in the Batcave, Batgirl approached their opponent with a metal staff in hand. "Wow, are you guys really as dumb as he just suggested?" Batgirl said. "Run! Seriously, we've got him down for a sec. You can just run!" After another moment of hesitation, the team made a break toward the gym. The armored man in the suit pushed back to his feet as Angel stepped up to Batgirl's side. "Well, what do we have here then? Bat-slutting Catholic schoolgirl, right?" "Literally all the skin I'm showing is my mouth," Batgirl said. "My boss is the one with the spandex fetish, and teamwork calls for matching uniforms." "You may be digging yourself deeper," Angel said. "Shut up!" "Whatever. Why don't you run off and tell your boss Slipstream just arrived? I'm not one for hitting girls," he said. "Well, this girl's fist is equal opportunity." Batgirl rushed toward him. Angel stood back to study their battle. Slipstream was not so easily confronted. His dodge of Batgirl's punches and kicks were casual, comical even as he outmaneuvered her and made a motion as if he was checking his nails. Even when Batgirl attempted to sweep his legs, he countered with a single hop, intent on mocking her efforts. Batgirl wasn't even paying attention to the way she led Slipstream toward Angel. She achieved that end purely by accident. The strike to the center of Slipstream's back knocked him off balance and made him shout. As he hit the ground, he took a lightning-fast dash down the field. The movement stripped a line of turf as he held his back and presumably grit his teeth under his helmet. Despite the struggle, he dodged a swing from Batgirl's staff. "Damn it!" It sounded like Slipstream cringed under his helmet. "Hey, girlie, you hear the one about the blonde and the speedster? Does it end with me kicking your ass?" Batgirl and Slipstream's battle maneuvered up and down the football field. The speedster remained largely content to just dodge out any blow thrown his way. Batgirl's breaths quickened. Sweat started to drip from her cowl as she tried to strike him with her staff, but got nothing. When she stopped for a moment to catch her breath, Slipstream closed the distance and delivered a flurry of punches into her gut, and she shouted as she took a blow to the face. Angel was quick to Batgirl's side and caught her as she fell backwards. "Thanks," Batgirl said through a wheeze of pain. "How am I doing?" "Not good," Angel said. "Thanks for not sugarcoating it." Batgirl straightened up. "We ever fought with one of these guys before? My head's spinning too much to remember." Before Angel could respond, Slipstream again closed the distance. More forceful than she wanted to be, Angel pushed Batgirl out of her hold and caught one of the enemy's punches. Though Slipstream was fast enough that his fist still vibrated in Angel's hand, the attack had been stopped. "What the hell is this?" Slipstream squirmed. "No one's that fast!" "Superman's faster," the still dazed Batgirl said. "Not by much, just by enough." "Shut up!" One of Angel's fists cut him off as it smashed into his helmet. From a cracked chunk of his visor came an unfiltered cry of pain. "Stand down," Angel said. "Screw you!" Angel began to twist his arm until she shouted again, "Repent!" "Boss is gonna have my ass, but enough is enough for one day!" Angel could only keep a grip on his hands for a few seconds as he rushed forward again. Slipstream dashed out of sight in another black and white blur toward the sunset. She held a glare in his direction, but went directly to helping Batgirl off the ground. Ow! Not my best outing. I'll be the first to admit, Batgirl said. You did fine, Angel said. Isn't thou shalt not lie, even to thine best friend, like commandment number 3 or something? 9. You worry too much. The rest of the night, between runs across rooftops and double-checking in a few of Gotham's seedier bars, the two stopped and listened to garbled police radio whenever they could. But no reports of any speedsters rushing through Gotham's streets came. As the hours wore on and Angel kept adjusting the frequency, Batgirl let out a long groan. Guess we should have just punched him harder, Stephanie said with a sigh. Or, I just should have hit him, period. You were not trained like me, Cassandra said. You never wanted. Maybe I'd want a little of it, Stephanie said. Give me that radio. You putting me through training from hell again? The wonders of the days before I faked my death? Anything you want to listen to try and get pumped up? We still have 2 hours till the end of shift. Stephanie adjusted the radio. They're playing Metallica. Some Florence over here. Wait, go back. Back to where? The people talking. Just talking. With a few more turns of the tuner, the radio began to play from a station a few blocks away from Cassandra's encounter just a few nights before. So what you're saying is that this is a matter of the state of public schooling in the country? That's exactly right, Gary. The voice, proud and staunch as ever, said, You know good and well how it was back when we were kids. Children aren't showing their parents respect, and parents aren't demanding it. It's as if the people of this country have forgotten that it's not simply your right, but your responsibility to train and prepare the next generation of Christians. Stephanie's fingers were rubbing against her temple. Why are we listening to this? I don't know. I met him. Graham, on the street. Was he a big, stupid jerk there, too? Stephanie asked. You want to know how we're at a point that some kid in a speed suit is harassing football players at his college? Graham said. It's because it's a slippery slope. When the children of this country are showing, at a shocking rate, to be aligning closer with the ideas of communism, when they're reciting odes to demons in their basements over a board game, and when you let your boys dress up and identify as girls, you're just opening the floodgates for something like this. And shutting it off! Stephanie flipped the switch. You don't need any more of that crap in your life, and I don't need any more of it in my ears. Cassandra sighed. He sounds so bold. He believes every word he says. I'm just wondering. Well, wondering is what you're supposed to do, Stephanie said. There's no one more confident than an idiot who believes his own lies. You beat the Seraphim. You know that better than anyone. The Seraphim was sick. Very sick, Angel said. Graham's not hurting anyone. He's just talking. Well, from the looks of things, he's hurting my best friend right now. Stephanie offered her a hand up. Please don't tell me you've listened to him before. Only sometimes. Well, cut it out. Making the jump from cross-dressers to supervillains is the dumbest thing I've heard all day. And that guy back at school tried to call me bat slut or something. The journey across the rooftops resumed. But try as she may, Angel could not shake the uneasiness she felt. A new criminal at Gotham University, the anger but conviction of the radio holy man, and the lingering thought of her attack from the man in black in the parking garage. She made a sign of the cross during one of the building jumps, and prayed for a clearer road forward.